A very good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Whenever you're watching this video, fellow researcher, it's me, Guy Researcher, and I'm back with another video of the overview series. Our today's topic is electromagnetism, and it is an overview by me. So without any further ado, let's get straight on with the video. So as usual, we begin with the dough making, the key concepts required to understand electromagnetism. First of all, what is electromagnetism? Electromagnetism is the generation of electricity through changes in magnetic fields. It is a simple physical phenomena. Why is it so important to research? Electromagnetism forms the technological backbone to numerous unique technologies which will be developed in the future. For example, levitating hoverboards and levitating cars. Who knows? Will it change the future? As told just now, of course it will change the future. There is no doubt. So it is an important thing to do. That is why I chose the topic of electromagnetism in my overview series. How can I learn it? A will, a keen attitude of researching, a notebook and a pen is what all you need to understand electromagnetism. We begin with the evolution of electromagnetism. An important scientist, Hans Christian Ørsted, discovered that when current flowed from the south direction to the north direction and when a compass was placed over the wire, the, the needle of the compass deflected to the west. This was the first milestone in electromagnetism. After that began the voyage of electromagnetism. Many important and prominent scientists such as Michael Faraday and Maxwell play a major role in revolutionizing electromagnetism. For example, Maxwell gave four equations which will make us understand the entire electromagnetism concept, and Faraday, on the other hand, proved that the changes in magnetic flux can generate current in a closed circuit. To ponder our thinking, I have prepared a few questions which are part of the baking. Here are a few questions. I request you to pause the video and search for the answers of these questions. They are pretty easy, not so difficult ones. I hope everybody of you paused the video and tried to look upon the answers of these questions by themselves. The answers are as follows. Maglev trains stand for magnetic levitation trains. China, South Korea and Japan are the only three countries which have installed magnetic levitation trains. Of course, magnetic levitation trains or maglev trains can revolutionize the future. Superconducting magnets and an enormous temperature drop which cryogenics handle are the required conditions for maglev trains. The materials of the track and the train are specially designed by material scientists. I request you to search upon the materials which are required for making the track of these maglev trains. The benefits? Well, speed of a stunning 604 km per hour will be achieved if we install magnetic levitation trains. 3,936 kilometers in 7 hours, that too without boarding a plane. It sounds totally crazy. A main important point over here is that ambulances can reach the patients in a quicker time, which will avoid the traffic. and will be able to reach the patients pretty fast. So if ambulances too are used or made with the same phenomena of magnetic levitation, it would allow them to reach to the needy in a short duration of time. After the baking of the concepts and the dough making, we arrive at the creaming station, that is, the ganache. A few advanced terms, yet explained in a very baby language. Today's ganache concepts are not that pretty required, but they are a must for electromagnetic trains, that is, magnetic levitation trains. We must understand magnetic propulsion, that is the principle of accelerating an object by using electric current and magnetic fields, and magnetic levitation. A magnet floats with no other force except the one exerted by a magnetic field. These sound pretty complex, right? Well, not now. We know that like poles of a magnet repel each other. So when this thing happens right over here, this is a north pole and this too is a north pole, there is a force of repulsion between the two magnets. There is a formula to calculate this force of repulsion, but I will not cover it over here. It makes the thing pretty complicated. And as it is, I am giving an overview, right? So when this magnet is completely fixed to the ground, and when this magnet is just present over there without any support, it will levitate due to this force of repulsion. That was the concept of magnetic levitation. We have played with magnets since we were children. I know that. So these words do sound pretty complicated, but are very easy to understand. This thing over here is the real deal. Magnetic propulsion. I will explain this to you with a diagram. Don't worry if you don't get this concept right now. Now we have arrived to the most important section of our today's video, which is what's happening around to feed our curious minds. Electromagnetism is used in these following devices and technological advancements. Magnetic trains use the concepts of electromagnetic levitation as well as electromagnetic propulsion for movement and to achieve speed up to 604 km per hour. Sounds crazy, right? MRI machines or magnetic resonance imaging machines use electromagnetic principles to achieve a diagnosis of the tumor or swellings inside a human body. Speakers, phones, laptop on which I'm making this video right now, the tablets and many other devices which you use in your daily life have electromagnetic concepts in them. I wonder if you have ever tried to understand them. If not, let's change that attitude, shall we? Robots. Well, do I even need to explain this? Robotics is a very developing industry in the modern era. They have to use electromagnetic concepts for achieving efficiency. So, robots and electromagnetic concepts are used side by side. This one over here was my project for a competition, electromagnetic cranes. It did give me a prize. It is the involvement of an electromagnet to sort out the wastes which are magnetic, for example, iron, cobalt, and nickel, etc. And from the ones which are not magnetic, which may include other elements which are non-magnetic materials. So a solenoid or a wrapping of electric wire which are having current in it are wrapped around this soft iron. This turns must be more. to achieve maximum electromagnetism. These magnetic materials will get attracted to this solenoid or electromagnet over here, hence separating this magnetic material from the waste of this entire trash. This is important because the trash which is processed must be separated, otherwise it can cause very harmful consequences for humanity as well as for the environment. So this is what a maglev train looks like, guys. I know you may have seen this on channels like Nat Geo, etc. I just wanted to give you a glimpse of it if you haven't seen it yet. I know many of you weren't able to understand magnetic propulsion when I said it in the ganache area. Magnetic levitation, I guess, is pretty well understood, but this devil over here is pretty tough to understand. But don't worry, guys, I will explain it to you like it was nothing. For example, we know that like poles repel. So this pole over here and this pole over here will repel, which will force, which will cause a repelling force between these two magnetic poles. This force will cause the magnetic force, this magnet over here, to move forward. And at the same time, these two like poles will cause attraction, generating a double force of moving forward and causing an acceleration. If any doubts, I request you to put them in the comment section. Feel free to do so. This is what I wanted to show. Sadly, no cake shops for today. Yeah, I too feel bad. But electromagnetism is a huge ocean in which you can use various concepts in various applications. I don't think that cake shops would be necessary to give you an idea on what you can research on. I suggest you to look upon the internet and find some technological advancements on you which you can research and work upon. Sorry. In the next video of mine, I would present the best take or the best idea put forth by you guys. If you have any ideas, then send me your ideas on this email address. Sadly, I didn't receive any email. I do feel bad about it. Consider sending me an email instead of liking the video. The email will matter loads more than liking the video. And do consider sending ideas, guys. It's for the betterment of the uprising of the Human Innovation Project. Maintain the motivation among us to research and study. I always end my video with a quote. And today's quote, as you can see on the screen, is tomorrow is too late. Yesterday is over. And now is exactly the right moment. So start. Start working on yourself. Start working for yourself. You have to be what you want to be. Research, study, and guide yourself into the right path. Everybody will support you until you choose what you want to become. So keep researching, send me the emails, and tell me any improvements which I can do in the comment section. Consider liking the video. It acts like ATP for me. It motivates me to make further videos, and your likes and your love which you send me means the world to me. Let us keep researching. Let us bring the uprising of the Human Innovation Project to a summit. This is me, Guy Researcher, signing off. I hope your rest of the day goes well. Bye bye.